Panic is a very interesting emotion. Panic is something that you should pay attention to. And panic can cause people to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And let me explain. See, a lot of times panic comes from having made the wrong decision, from making a choice, taking a course of action, which you start to suspect is not the right decision. In fact, you start to suspect it's the very, very wrong decision, an irrevocable decision that will lead to all kinds of chaos, see? And I have some experience with that, not personally, thank goodness, but observing other people panic in the face of a bad decision, see? Because like, for instance, you make the right decision. It doesn't matter what it is. You just made the right decision. Perhaps, you had some friend and he was driving his car and said, get in, we'll go and have a good time. And you thought to yourself, oh, that guy, man, I think my buddy might be a little drunk or high or something like that. I'm not going to get into that car. And he drives away after insulting you or whatever. And you're like, man, that guy, I hope he's all right. And you think to yourself, man, I made the right call. I made the right call not getting into that car. And 5 minutes later, he crashes his car and you're like, yeah, I definitely real glad I didn't get into that car, right? Yeah, that happens to all of us. When we make the right decision, we feel it. We feel it in our bones, in our belly, in our balls. We feel it, tell me, when you've made the right call, the right choice, even before the answer officially arrives, you get that sense that, yeah, I made the right call. And of course, conversely, when you have made the wrong call, how do you feel? I mean, hand to heart, when you make the wrong call in whatever it is, whatever the issue is, you feel nervous. You feel tense. And the more important the decision, the more tense you get, the more you start to panic. In the trading markets, you see this all the time. Oh yeah. It's called talking up your book. See, when a trader in the stock market or the bond market or whatever, makes a trade, if he's really confident in the trade, he just keeps his mouth shut. But when he's not really sure, when he suspects that he might have made the wrong decision or starts to realize in his guts that he made the wrong bet, well, he starts to tell everybody what a smart move he made. Yeah, it's incredibly predictable. And like I said, the expression talking up your book comes from that. Traders who begin to suspect that they made the wrong decision, they start to say what a great move they make. They're so smart, and that all their quantitative analysts, right, did all kinds of studies, and the quants all came back with the same answer, and he's right. It's a great trade, and it's going to be great. You should get in it too. You should buy the same stock that I bought, the same bonds that I bought. You should get in with me. We'll make a ton of money together. That's talking up your book. And that happens with traders who know that they made the wrong call. The worse the decision is, the more people panic. Or no, that's not accurate. Let me rephrase that. The more important the consequences of the bad decision, the more people panic. And as they panic, you know what they do? They start shutting up people who disagree with them. They start shutting down any opposing view. A trader gets into a trade, buys some stock XYZ, and somebody says, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And the trader goes, shut up. It was the right idea. I should have done it. And you're going to be an idiot for not doing what I did. You see? That's what they do. They jump down your throat when you disagree with them. Compare that to a guy who's confident in his decision. Guy who's confident in his decision, he's like, oh, you don't agree? Well, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, because a guy who's confident in his decision, a guy who knows that he made the right choice, he's relaxed, he's mellow. It's the guys who know that they made a horrible mistake. They're the ones who jump down your throat. They're the ones who try to shut you up. They're the ones who try to force you to do the same as they did, because they don't want to be alone in their horrible decision. They don't want to be shown up for fools. It's this weird human trick that we have, that when we make the wrong choice and we start to realize it's the wrong choice, then we get more and more hysterical about getting everybody else to agree with us, to get everybody else to follow us to our doom. That's a normal human reaction. And when you see that, you start to get away from that guy. You have to get away from that guy because that guy is going to pull you down. That guy wants to pull you down. That guy needs to pull you down because that guy is drowning. Understand? That guy made the horrible decision and he's trying to convince you, oblige you, force you to do as he did. And he'll stop at nothing. If the consequences are big enough, horrifying enough, he will stop at nothing to convince you. He will stop at nothing to force you. He will do whatever it takes to make you take the wrong choice with him, to make you go off the cliff with him. And he's doing this out of panic. And this has been a truth in human nature throughout history. It's hardwired into us as human beings. Understand what's going on. Understand what's going on and understand that it'll get even worse as the horrifying consequences begin to emerge. More lies, more panic, more everything as the horrifying consequences emerge. Understand what's going on and understand the mentality of these people who are panicking because they know that they made the wrong choice. I'll be posting regular content soon enough. Until then, take it easy.